Imagine waking up one morning, looking in the mirror, and feeling like yourself again, not younger, not perfect, but more alive. What if I told you that a simple spice no bigger than your thumbnail could help restore a sense of energy, strength, and confidence you thought was long gone? No expensive treatments, no complicated steps, just a natural habit you can try in the comfort of your own kitchen. Today we're exploring how chewing one small clove for just 60 seconds may awaken circulation, calm your nerves, and support your vitality after 60. If you've been feeling a little off, tired, or simply not like yourself lately, this might be exactly what your body's been waiting for. Sometimes it's during the quiet moments, like rocking gently on the porch as the sun sets, or walking past blooming roses in the backyard, that a thought quietly settles in: I just don't feel like I used to. For many men over 60, it's not just about age, it's about a slow fading of confidence, of vitality, of that inner spark that once felt so natural. Dr. Samuel Green has spent over 3 decades listening to men voice these quiet concerns, not with shame, but with honesty. And through years of careful observation, he's found that much of what fades with age can also be gently restored. Not with drastic measures, but with simple, thoughtful changes that align with the body's natural rhythms. In places like farmers markets or small-town senior centers, he's met men who found renewed energy by returning to nature's basics. That's the spirit of senior wellness, rediscovering strength through small daily choices. If any of this resonates, don't hesitate to speak with your doctor and explore gentle, supportive approaches that fit your life. It's often in the little things: a slow morning walk past the mailbox, the breeze rustling through leaves, or the hum of a neighbor's lawnmower, that you begin to notice how your body feels. Maybe your energy isn't what it used to be, or maybe you just don't feel as steady or strong as you once did. What's surprising is that nature, in its quiet wisdom, may offer more support than we realize. Inside every whole clove is a compound called eugenol, a natural substance that's been shown to help relax blood vessels, encouraging smoother, more open circulation. When blood flows more freely, the entire body benefits, from clearer thinking to a steadier heart rhythm. Eugenol also plays a role in supporting the body's ability to produce nitric oxide, a compound that helps the circulatory system function at its best. While we don't claim miracles, many find that returning to simple natural rhythms can support healthy aging. As with any change in your wellness routine, it's always wise to speak with your doctor first. And here at Senior Wellness, we believe the path to better health often begins with gentle curiosity and a willingness to listen to your body. Sometimes the smallest things, like a clove on the kitchen shelf, can open the door to renewed strength. As the years pass, many older adults begin to notice subtle changes, maybe during an afternoon of pruning roses, in the backyard, or while sitting quietly by the window as the light softens before dinner. It's not always easy to talk about, but you may feel that your body isn't responding quite the way it once did. Especially when it comes to circulation in more private areas, things might feel slower, more sluggish, less reliable. What's encouraging is that the body often remembers how to function. Sometimes it just needs a gentle nudge. That's where eugenol, the natural compound found in clove, comes in. Eugenol acts as a natural vasodilator, meaning it helps blood vessels relax and open up. This process is especially important for the smaller vessels that support intimate wellness areas, where flexibility and blood flow tend to decline with age. After 60, these tiny vessels can become more rigid, like old garden hoses left too long in the sun. But nature has its way of softening and restoring. Eugenol supports the return of flexibility, encouraging smoother blood flow and better oxygen delivery throughout the body. Here at Senior Wellness, we believe in honoring that quiet resilience within us. We know aging doesn't mean giving up vitality. It simply means approaching health with more care, more understanding, and the right kind of support. If you're exploring ways to feel more connected to your body again, this may be a gentle step forward. And of course, it's always best to talk with your doctor before making any changes. Your journey toward well-being matters one thoughtful habit at a time. Some afternoons, when the day winds down and the golden light spills across the porch, you might catch yourself taking a deeper breath, grateful for the quiet, yet carrying a weight you can't quite name. For many older adults, that weight isn't always physical. It's a kind of emotional fatigue that lingers after years of responsibilities, uncertainty, and simply trying to hold everything together. Over time, this quiet stress builds, and while it may not show on the outside, it can quietly interfere with how your body functions, especially when it comes to circulation energy and even hormone balance. You might feel more tired than usual, or notice a gradual loss of that natural drive and vitality that once came easily. That's why the humble clove deserves a second look. Beyond its warm, familiar aroma at a holiday market or in a cozy kitchen, this small spice contains compounds that support more than just blood flow. Eugenol and beta-caryophyllene found in cloves not only help open blood vessels but also interact with receptors in the brain that ease stress and promote calm. When the body feels safe, it naturally begins to repair. Hormones like testosterone, which often decline with age and chronic stress, may begin to restore themselves, not through force but through balance. Many men describe a renewed sense of clarity and energy after consistently including this small daily habit in their lives. At Senior Wellness, we believe in respecting the natural connection between body and mind. Whether it's taking a peaceful stroll through a farmer's market or simply sipping tea on the back patio, your moments of calm are powerful. And when paired with thoughtful habits, they can help restore not just strength, but peace. Of course, if you're considering adding any new routine, we always recommend checking in with your doctor. After all, your wellness journey is uniquely yours, and every gentle step matters. It often starts without us noticing just a little tension in the shoulders, a sleepless night here and there, or a quiet sigh during a slow walk past the garden. For many older adults, stress isn't loud. It simmers beneath the surface, shaped by years of worry about health, finances, family, or the unknowns that come with aging. Over time, this constant low-level stress can send powerful signals through the body. One of those signals is cortisol, a hormone that's meant to help in emergencies. But when elevated for too long, it quietly begins to interfere with other vital functions. One of the most affected is testosterone. When cortisol rises, testosterone often drops. And for many men, this shift can lead to changes they never expected: reduced energy, slower recovery, and a loss of the quiet confidence they once carried so naturally. That's why here at Senior Wellness, we talk often about balance. Not chasing perfection, but gently supporting the body's natural ability to find steadiness again. Whether it's through calming routines, walks in nature, or simple habits like chewing a clove, every moment of care matters. And while everyone's path is different, speaking with your doctor can help you find what's right for you. After all, the goal isn't just to live longer, but to live more peacefully, more fully, right where you are. There's something soothing about late afternoons on the porch. Maybe it's the hum of cicadas, the warmth of sunlight brushing over your arms, or the quiet rustle of wind through the backyard trees. In those calm moments, the body often begins to settle too. And that sense of calm is more than just pleasant, it's deeply restorative. Inside each clove, nature has tucked away a powerful compound called beta-caryophyllene. This natural substance interacts with special receptors in the brain that help signal calm and safety, almost like turning down the volume on internal tension. For men carrying years of invisible stress, this gentle support can be meaningful. As stress softens, so does its grip on your hormones. Testosterone, the very hormone tied to energy, motivation, and vitality, begins to work more smoothly when it's no longer blocked by cortisol. It's not about reversing time, but about clearing the path for your body to function as it was meant to. At Senior Wellness, we often remind our community that true health isn't about dramatic change. It's about small, steady acts of care. Whether it's a mindful evening routine or something as simple as adding a warming spice to your day, these quiet moments can help restore the rhythm your body still remembers. And of course, before starting any new habit, it's always wise to check in with your doctor. Your journey matters. You deserve peace, presence, and a body that feels like home again. It's funny how something so small can carry so much potential. Like sitting under the shade of an old oak tree or browsing handmade soaps at a local farmer's market, simple things can have surprising impact. The same is true with cloves. When chewed gently and with intention, 2 or 3 whole cloves can begin to awaken the senses. The trick isn't in rushing, but in taking your time. Place them between your back teeth, bite down just enough to release their warming oils, and then simply let them rest. Breathe slowly. Let the flavor spread through your mouth as you hold the moment about 30 seconds before chewing further. The sensation might surprise you: a gentle warmth, a feeling of clarity, even a bit of renewed focus. It's not about doing more, it's about doing one small thing with care. Many in our Senior Wellness community say they feel more grounded, more in their body after this quiet ritual. Of course, everyone responds differently, and it's always best to check with your doctor before trying something new. But for those looking to add a touch of nature's rhythm to their daily routine, this may be a thoughtful place to start. Sometimes timing makes all the difference, just like planting tomatoes after the last frost, or sipping tea as the sky turns pink at dusk. The same quiet wisdom applies when it comes to using natural habits to support your energy and well-being. For those exploring the gentle ritual of chewing whole cloves, choosing the right moment can deepen its effect. Many older adults in our senior wellness community find that evenings are especially powerful. About an hour before bedtime, when the day winds down and the mind softens, chewing a couple of cloves may help the body relax, preparing for deeper, more restful sleep. And since restorative sleep supports hormone balance, especially testosterone, this simple habit might work behind the scenes while you rest. Others prefer starting the day with clarity. First thing in the morning, when the air is crisp and the light spills over the back porch, chewing cloves on an empty stomach may gently stimulate circulation and help set a calm, focused tone for the hours ahead. And for those who enjoy staying active, perhaps a walk through the park or light gardening, some say that using this method before movement or intimacy brings a deeper sense of connection and presence. Of course, each body is different. If you're curious about trying this, it's a good idea to speak with your doctor first. Here at Senior Living, we honor every small step that helps you feel more alive in the moment you're in. Some of the most important healing doesn't happen during the day, it happens in the quiet stillness of night. Maybe you've noticed it while lying in bed listening to the soft creak of the house settling or watching moonlight spill across the curtains. Deep, uninterrupted sleep isn't just restful, it's essential, especially as we grow older. For men over 60, good sleep is more than a luxury. It's the foundation for how the body repairs, restores, and balances itself. One of the most powerful things that happens during deep sleep is the natural production of testosterone, a hormone that quietly supports energy, mood, and motivation. That's where clove comes in. Many in our senior wellness circle have found that chewing cloves in the evening, perhaps while winding down on the back porch or after a warm bath, helps prepare the mind and body for better rest. The natural compounds in clove may support the nervous system, allowing the body to enter deeper, more stable sleep. If you've struggled with tossing and turning, this might be a gentle addition to explore. Just be sure to check with your doctor first. After all, small choices made with care can open the door to big improvements in how we sleep, heal, and feel each day. You might not think much of it at first, a restless night here, a groggy morning there, but over time those little disruptions can quietly chip away at how you feel during the day. Many older adults have shared the same story while sitting on a shaded bench at the local park or sipping coffee at the kitchen table. I just don't wake up feeling like myself anymore. That gentle decline in energy, motivation, and even interest in intimacy is often rooted in one overlooked factor: poor sleep. When your nights are broken, your body doesn't get the deep rest it needs to refuel, and without that foundation, even the simplest tasks can begin to feel heavy. For men, this lack of restorative sleep can interfere with natural hormone rhythms, leaving you feeling drained or disconnected. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that your system is asking for support. At Senior Wellness, we often hear how improving sleep leads to surprising benefits: more clarity, better mood, and yes, even renewed physical strength. That's why small habits that support sleep, like using calming herbs or evening routines, can make such a difference. As always, before making changes, speak with your doctor. Every path is personal, but with a little care, your energy can return one restful night at a time. It's easy to overlook the little things like a bit of gum tenderness or a touch of bad breath, especially when life keeps you busy with morning walks, community lunches, or time spent tending a flower bed in the backyard. But sometimes the smallest signals tell a bigger story. Many older adults are surprised to learn that oral health plays a deeper role than just maintaining a bright smile. When gums become inflamed or infected, bacteria can slip into the bloodstream. From there, it quietly travels through the body, contributing to inflammation in places far from the mouth, including the delicate blood vessels that support intimate health. When those vessels are irritated or narrowed by chronic inflammation, healthy circulation becomes harder to maintain. And that can have a real impact on energy, confidence, and connection. It's not just about brushing your teeth, it's about protecting the entire system. At Senior Wellness, we know how easily oral care gets overlooked, especially when it doesn't cause immediate pain. But the truth is, healthy gums support healthy blood flow, and that can make all the difference. If you've been feeling off, consider asking your dentist or doctor if your gums might be part of the picture. Because even the smallest daily routines, like a mindful moment with a toothbrush, can quietly restore strength from the inside out. It's often the simple things like rinsing your mouth after lunch on the porch or sharing fresh-picked apples at a fall market that gently support long-term health in ways we don't always realize. One of those quiet helpers is clove oil, a natural compound with powerful antibacterial properties. When released by chewing whole cloves, this oil goes to work almost immediately, It helps reduce harmful bacteria in the mouth, which may otherwise find their way into the bloodstream and affect circulation. By keeping the mouth cleaner, clove oil supports a healthier internal environment, one where blood can flow more freely and the body feels more balanced. For many older men, this added layer of protection contributes to a renewed sense of strength and well-being. It's not just about oral hygiene, it's about giving the body what it needs to function with confidence again. At Senior Wellness, we believe that little daily habits like using clove mindfully can play a part in nurturing strength from within. As always, speak with your doctor to find what feels right for your routine and rhythm. Change doesn't always arrive with fanfare. Sometimes it shows up quietly, like waking up before the alarm and realizing you feel clearer. Or taking a morning stroll around the block and noticing your step feels a little lighter than it did last week. In the first week of trying a small daily habit like chewing whole cloves, many older adults begin to notice subtle, encouraging shifts. Sleep becomes deeper, the mind feels more focused, and there's a gentle lift in energy that makes everyday things watering the backyard garden. Chatting with a neighbor feel just a bit more doable. It's not dramatic, and that's the beauty of it. Just a soft return to a more present, more energized version of yourself. At Senior Wellness, we celebrate these quiet victories. A clearer morning, a better night's rest, a renewed willingness to take that afternoon walk again. Of course, each journey is personal, and it's always a good idea to check with your doctor as you explore what works best for your body. Sometimes the smallest things begin the biggest changes. By the second week, something often begins to shift gently but unmistakably. It might be as simple as waking up with a clearer head, watching the morning sun stretch across the backyard, and realizing you feel more awake than usual. Many older adults who try this natural clove habit share a similar story. Around day 14, energy levels begin to rise. Mornings feel brighter, more focused, like the fog has quietly lifted. For some, there's even a deeper surprise, a return of physical response they hadn't felt in years, often greeted with quiet disbelief and a smile. It's not about turning back time. It's about reconnecting with something the body still remembers how to do, given the right support. At Senior Wellness, we hear these stories often. They remind us that with patience and consistency, even small changes can unlock something meaningful. As always, it's wise to check in with your doctor along the way. Your wellness journey is yours to shape one quiet morning at a time. By the end of the month, the changes often become more than just physical. They begin to touch something deeper. You might catch yourself standing taller while chatting with a neighbor at the local farmer's market, or noticing how your voice carries more ease during a quiet dinner at home. After 30 days of this gentle habit, many older adults share how their confidence begins to return, not just in how they move, but in how they feel. Energy becomes more consistent, thoughts clearer, and emotional connection with a partner often grows more natural, more present. It's like something inside is settling back into rhythm. At Senior Wellness, we believe these are the most meaningful signs of progress, not dramatic, but deeply personal. A sense of being at home in your body again, a quiet assurance in how you show up for yourself and your relationships. As always, talk with your doctor about what's right for you. But know this, your strength, both physical and emotional, can still grow with care and intention. Some habits don't shout for attention, but over time they quietly reshape how you feel. Like tending to a small garden each morning or enjoying the stillness of the porch at sunset, there's something powerful about daily rituals done with care. That's the beauty of chewing whole cloves. When practiced consistently, this simple act becomes more than just a quick remedy. It becomes a steady rhythm that supports long-term vitality. Many in the senior wellness community have shared how this one-minute ritual helps them feel more grounded, more alert, and gently restored over time. It's not about chasing youth, it's about building a foundation that lets you move through life with strength and intention. A few cloves chewed slowly each day may become part of the way you care for yourself, alongside nourishing food, peaceful rest, and heartfelt connection. As with any new wellness practice, it's always wise to check in with your doctor. But for many, this tiny habit has become a quiet anchor, something simple, familiar, and full of promise for the days ahead. And maybe that's the most comforting thought of all, that no matter your age, your body still remembers how to heal. It hasn't forgotten how to restore strength, balance, or peace. Sometimes it just needs a gentle reminder. You don't have to do everything at once. You don't need perfection. What matters most is beginning with one small act of care repeated each day. Whether that's chewing a clove after your morning coffee, stretching while the sun filters through the back window, or simply pausing to breathe on your front porch at dusk. Every quiet effort matters. At Senior Wellness, we believe in the power of consistency over intensity and in the wisdom that lives within your lived experience. Your path to renewal doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to begin with a step that feels right for you. And as always, speak with your doctor as you explore what supports your well-being best, because even the smallest habit can open the door to lasting strength. And maybe that's the most comforting thought of all, that no matter your age, your body still remembers how to heal. It hasn't forgotten how to restore strength, balance, or peace. Sometimes it just needs a gentle reminder. You don't have to do everything at once. You don't need perfection. What matters most is beginning with one small act of care repeated each day. Whether that's chewing a clove after your morning coffee, stretching while the sun filters through the back window, or simply pausing to breathe on your front porch at dusk. Every quiet effort matters. At Senior Wellness, we believe in the power of consistency over intensity, and in the wisdom that lives within your lived experience. Your path to renewal doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to begin with a step that feels right for you. And as always, speak with your doctor as you explore what supports your well-being best, because even the smallest habit can open the door to lasting strength. If you're still watching and found something meaningful in this video, type 1 in the comments so I know you're here. And if these quiet reminders brought you comfort, feel free to subscribe, or share it with someone who might need it too. You're always welcome here.